uh, ugh. All right. All right, all right, all right. Here we are for the ultimate stream I've ever done. This is riveting content. So, today we are going to be ranking the entire Deltarune soundtrack. One second, I need to pull up the chat. But I don't know if anyone's going to show up because it is just the middle of a school day for some people. Here we are. Okay. So, today we're going to be ranking the entire Deltarune OST and putting it on a tier list. Before we actually get into it, though, shout out to Piano Bin for the playlist. They put together the entire soundtrack into one very easy playlist. So thank you for that. And shout out to Rich Connor GMN on Tiermaker for making the tier list with actually really cool pictures for each of the songs. So, shout out to them. I did change the tier list a little bit because it went like S S S S S plus S A plus. 3 unskippable ads is kind of crazy. Okay, hold on. Yeah. I don't know. Can I change that? Can I change ads a little bit? Hi, Chaz. Because I do think that they are kind of crazy. All right, I don't think I can. Next stream though, I'll make the ads less terrible. Because I think I can do that. Anyway, so I changed up the thing, so now it's just S, A, B, C, D sound effects, because I know just a couple of the OSTs are just literally sound effects, so I don't feel like I would just put them all in the D tier. But there's no F because all of Toby Fox's songs are good, and so none of them are actually bad. D tier is just like if they're, not just like don't really compare. Free up storage space. All right. I do need to clean up my computer a little bit. And obviously, Groovy and Never Glooby is the tier for the best songs that Toby Fox has ever created and the best songs that have ever graced your ears. So that will be exciting. And there will definitely be some. There's obviously S's and there's Groovy and Never Gloobies. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. This is going to take a little bit. It's over an hour. So let's start with Another Hymn. When Mortal Quest OST tier list, when I release all the songs and when all the songs are done and when the game's out. But anyway, we gotta listen to the song. Obviously it's a bit also tell me if the I'm just gonna turn down, but obviously if it's too quiet and you're like you can't really hear the music, which this is a music tier list, so this is supposed to be a more creepier song, a more like, because the intro to chapter 1 is a bit, crazy. So, alright, cool. I just don't want the music to be too quiet because we are ranking the songs. So that was Another Hymn. For what it is, it's good. Obviously, it's not really one of the songs that you would just go and listen to, put on your playlist for later. So I'm gonna give it a C. I feel like that's fair. It sets the tone really well for the opening of chapter 1, but you don't really want to play that over and over again. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna put that. So on to the next one. Beginning. It's definitely a much different tone than Another Hymn. But I really like this one. It introduces you to the Deltarune motif. And and you know, it's just really uplifting and really gets you hyped, especially if you played Undertale and then you're opening up Deltarune for the first time. This intro is just really, really nice, and you get to see all the Undertale characters and everything in this new world, and it's I think it's really cool, and I think it's really good. And then it plays the Toriel motif, the Fallen Down motif right here. Ooh. Peak. I'll give it. I'm gonna give it an A. I mean I like beginning. It could move down to B because just depending on what I put in A tier. But for now, beginning, like I can change these around if I feel like, if I'm ranking the other songs and I feel like the tier list is gonna change a bit when some songs are starting to go in different places, and then like obviously like this one will be worse than the other ones, so it will change. But for now, I'm gonna put it in A. I really like beginning. So next is School. When's Abandoned Hospital character tier list? Wasn't there like 2 or 3? Main character, F tier. Random weird guy you find in the wall, S tier. And the final boss, F tier because he sucks. And obviously the guy that I voice, which I'm not entirely sure who that is S tier as well. Song I hear when I go around choosing partners for a group project. But everyone already has a partner. How sad. The only other tier list I might be doing, Alex, is an Undertale song tier list. But for now, there's no friend tier list, man. Oh, we'll call on. We can't move on. We can't move on just yet. Jazz, your S for the friend tier list for Sweet. Yeah, you're absolutely right. School, it's pretty mid tier. It does set the tone, pretty cool. But it's not remarkable in any, you know, standard. But it is quite charming, and I do like School. I'm not going to be like, if I have 2 in S, I'm not going to put one before the other, be like, oh, the one the closest to the A is the better than the other. I'm just going to put all the stuff in A. I don't really feel like switching them around like that. But, all right, next up is Susie. This one's not too remarkable, and it's pretty short, but it does have Susie's motif, which shows up in a later song, which is like a billion times better. But it's just to introduce Susie's character, and I think it does a pretty decent job at that. But it's not a very remarkable song. It's for, you know, the effect of the moment. To stop, we cannot keep moving on. Can I remove the ability to play next, or is that just not a thing? Do not think so. So, Susie, I'm gonna give it a C. Sets the tone real well, but it's not too remarkable. The Door is pretty simple. A lot of these early chapter 1 songs are just kind of setting the tone until you get to the Dark World. But, you know, The Door is not... It has, like, the motif. You hear it. I can't think of the name of the motif, just one of the Deltarune ones. I think that's actually the Black Knife motif. It's kind of insane, isn't it? So, The Door. I'm going to say D. It fits the scene well, but it's not even like... You're not going to bang your head to it. So for now, it is going into the lowest one. Obviously, it's not bad. None of the no. That's why there's no F tier. There is no bad Toby Fox song. There's just maybe some mediocre ones. How about that? Cliffs, I think, is gonna go into the same realm as The Door. What am I talking about? Buddy, what? I'm ranking the song. That song was fire? Yeah, you know, you're right. Groovy or never glooby. No, but not too remarkable. Cliffs is probably gonna go in with The Door. It's just pretty much ambience. So it's mostly literally just wind that you hear. So I think it's going in with D with The Door. So next up is The Chase, which is a little bit more interesting. This it shows up multiple times. It definitely sets the "oh, you're being chased, you need to get the heck out of there" kind of tone. Has the motif. Ooh, going insane. But to be honest, I think I'm just gonna put it with another him and Susie probably. It's better than The Door and Cliffs, but it's not anything insane. But now we are getting into something insane. The Legend is one of my favorite Chapter 1 songs. It might not be the most remarkable thing from the start. However, it does get really good. Ralsei's telling you the story, the legend for the first time. You're just learning. Oh my goodness. We're actually legendary heroes. But we're just random school characters. We're just random school kids. We're literally just high school kids. Oh my. I really like the vibe. It reminds me of more like fantasy like story vibe. Like it's telling the story of some like valiant knight that like saves the kingdom and banishes like a dragon to a dungeon or something. It is absolute. It is. I really like it. And that is The Legend. You know, dare I say, I think I'm gonna put it in S. Like it is pretty good. I really do like The Legend, and it is one of my favorites of Chapter 1, the entirety of Chapter 1. I think I'm gonna move beginning to B. I think because if The Legend is going in S and beginning is right underneath it, I don't think that uh that should be like that. So Legends S, beginning is now in B. Let's go to the boy Lancer. After that, it tells you the whole story. Oh, you're important heroes, and then all of a sudden, this guy comes in on a bicycle, explodes Ralsei out of the way, and then just plays this goofy off theme. But it does set up Lancer's character very well, and holds up pretty well as well. Lancer. I think Lancer deserves an A. Should I do a Red Dead 2 mission tier list? You know? Go ahead, man. We just need to do a tier list video on everything now. Alex, start making the tier lists. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put Lantern A. I like his theme. It's pretty goofy. It's short, but it is absolutely it is pretty good. So now we are going into Rude Buster. First battle theme. Lethal Company parody tier list. Once we make more Lethal Company parodies, then yes. Rude Buster definitely goes hard, and I hope that it returns because it did go away in Chapter 4 and was replaced from now on. Which I hope the name of the song From Now On, I hope it doesn't mean that From Now On is going to be the permanent battle theme for the rest of the game. Or for a while. Because Rude Buster definitely holds up. No, stop it! Is there a way to just stop the next one from... Why is there lyrics? There's no lyrics for this song. I don't know what you're talking about. But I wish I could just disable going on to the next one, though I don't think we can do that. Anyway, Rude Buster. S. I don't think I have to say anything. Rude Buster is one of the best. Just, like, Undertale's just, like, battle theme is, I mean, it works, but like it's nothing too insane. But Rude Buster is definitely like 10 steps up from that. It goes absolutely insane. All right, next up is Empty Town, which is which, you know, it doesn't play for very long. Plays in the castle. You probably will only hear it play through fully once, maybe twice if you're just like one of the people that just like check around everywhere. But yeah. It is pretty nice. It's got some of the legend in there. Which, as you can see, I'm a big fan of the legend. Also, some of these, like this one, you know, I don't go back and listen to very often, so especially like later on in the songs, stuff gets unfamiliar. So, Empty Town. I gotta stop it like a second before so it doesn't just immediately move on to the next one. Empty Town. I think a B is pretty safe for that one. I was like thinking about it, contemplating putting it in A or B, but I think B. I think B is fair. So, we're gonna move on to Weird Birds. So, I think sound effects, I mean, like they try to make it like they try to make it like a little bit of a song and it like repeats, but it's pretty much a sound effect, really. So, all right. We're going to move on to Field of Hopes and Dreams. Another freaking banger from Chapter 1. The first, like, longer song. And it's the only one in the game that has the, like, little, like, music toast that pops up at the bottom. That says the music note and then the Field of Hopes and Dreams. And it has the Don't Forget motif, which I think is the first time we hear it in the game. When the light is running low and the shadows start to grow and the places that you know seem like fantasy. Yeah. Oh, oops. I don't know if that showed up on the screen. Sorry about that. Hold on, I need to get the stream thing back open. There we go. Definitely a banger. I'm gonna put it in S. A lot of these are gonna go in S. I mean, a lot of the like really good ones are gonna go in S because, hey, insanely good. But Groovy and Never Glooby are gonna be for like absolute like insane bangers. Which will definitely be coming across a couple. So, yeah, but S tier might be a bit big, and B and C and possibly A, though a lot haven't been going in A. I mean, a lot will eventually once we move on to later chapters. Chapter 1 has just a couple either really good or pretty mid songs. So, all right, moving on, Fanfare. Okay, it's a pretty situational song, but I'm gonna put it in D. It's 16 seconds long. 6 of those seconds just being the fade out of the song. Oh, whoa. Wait, I never heard that part before. I don't think that part is in the game. Let me pause, please. I don't think that part's in the game. That's weird. I never heard that before. But I think it's still, I think it goes in D. It's pretty short, pretty sweet, and is very situational. Lantern is the first Shops theme with Sham. You know, it is pretty cool. Obviously nothing insane, but but it is pretty nice. Got that like melodic vibe to it. Melodic while still being like kind of like a fantasy. Like it kind of feels like you're going into like an old wooden shack and you're buying some cool stuff from like just a shopkeeper that goes around. A wandering shopkeeper. And he's got a bunch of just trinkets from every which place. So I think it definitely is pretty good. I'm gonna put it in B. It is a pretty nice song. I'm very bad. Lancer's theme, but slightly distorted. Yeah, it's going in D. It's pretty. I mean, it only shows up once for a very short amount of time. Toby Fox could have just not included it in the soundtrack, but he did. So, I'm very bad's going in D. Yeah. Now next up, Checker Dance. Now hold on, Checker Dance kind of does go crazy. It's definitely a pretty goofy beat. However, it does kind of go hard. And you don't really notice how crazy the bass goes until sometimes I play the Deltarune soundtrack in my car because it's absolutely a banger. It's a great soundtrack. And apparently, I guess my car has some good bass in it because like my entire car vibrates when the bass comes on. I'm like, oh, kind of a vibe, kind of goes crazy. Yeah, Checker Dance. I think that's a pretty safe A. I really do like Checker Dance. It's not the best of the best, but it is absolutely a banger and definitely definitely on the playlist. Checker Dance is pretty good. Now next is Quiet Autumn. I think Quiet Autumn literally plays in like 1 or 2 rooms. But, you know, it is kind of a vibe. Not gonna lie. It's a nice transition song from one area to another. Kind of like how Quiet Waters is in Undertale. And it's pretty short. But it doesn't need to be long. Because you're not probably going to be in these rooms for long. So I'm going to put it in, I think, B. It's a pretty safe B, I think. It's a pretty nice song. Next up, Scarlet Forest. Definitely also a vibe. Was on the playlist for a while, but just didn't quite hit. I did remove it from the playlist. But definitely like a more like adventure song. It does feel like you're adventuring through a lively forest. Which, I mean, that's what it is, so. Toby does a pretty good job at fitting the vibes. Yo, what's up, the Holy Juggernaut? What is going on? Sorry, I haven't been looking at chat. Double click the loop icon next to the play button. Does that stop it from going on to the next song? We're just listening to Peak right now. So yeah, wait. Oh, well, I mean, what does this mean? Does this mean that it doesn't go on? Like the dot? Nope. I don't know what the dot means then. But I can just make it restart from the beginning. So it does technically not go on. So thanks, Alex Dan, for the help. Scarlet Forest. I think it is a B. It could move up to an A. It is really good. Not too insane though, but it is really good. So, but I think it will stick in B for now. And yeah. Dot replays the album. Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right. Thrash Machine. Create a machine to thrash your own ass. Huh? Oh, this song plays when you create the thrash machine, and the thing is titled "Make a Machine to Thrash Your Own Ass." Obviously, I recommend Deltarune to everyone who has not played it, because it is quite good. Alright, so Thrash Machine. Kind of weird out of context? Well, that's why you should play the game. I think it's gonna be a C. It's pretty nice. Nothing too insane, but for what it is quite good. Now, versus Lancer kind of goes insane. It's Lancer's theme, but a battle. It's a Lancer battle theme. Definitely on the playlist. I'm going insane. I think it's gonna go up in A with Lancer. Definitely an A. Versus Lancer goes kind of crazy. Basement. Ooh, it's a D tier, guys. It's mostly an ambient song. But I'm not gonna skip any of them because, like, that is stupid. We're listening to the songs to get the full experience. Basement, though, I think is a D because it's pretty, unremarkable. Imminent death. Probably gonna go in D as well. Fits the vibe, but nothing too insane. Imminent Death is D. But then versus Susie, one of my favorites from Chapter 1. Bringing back the Susie motif, and I was talking about this motif is going to be used later in a banger song, and this is said banger song. The only thing I wish that this song was longer, because it's really good, but it's also really short. There's an extended version on YouTube that I listen to, and it doesn't like actually change any of the song, it just like makes it longer. I'm really hungry, but I don't feel like making anything. This is what we call gluttony and sloth. That's insane. Sorry, Chaz. But that does seem like a pretty interesting dilemma. Versus Susie, S tier. Hey, what can I say? Versus Susie's a banger. Card Castle. sorry, Chaz. Card Castle is it's not too, I said don't break bridges. Okay, for context, I broke one singular bridge ever in Peak, and now whenever we go onto a bridge, they're like, careful Tyler, don't break the bridge. Because I'm fat, guys. So fat. Ooh, I'm so big. Yeah, Card Castle's alright. Every bridge you touch shatters. Yeah, one singular bridge, by the way. So, Card Castle. C. I mean, it's nothing insane. Nothing crazy. Rules card. This rules card theme, it introduces the character pretty well, but also rules card doesn't play that big of a role in Chapter 1. So they didn't give him a good, like a crazy theme. C, I think is fair for rules card. All right, April 2012. Why is it spelled so funky? That's his. Oh, that's just how his name is spelled. His name. He speaks in like a really like in a really weird accent, like a really old English, like he talks. Like his words are like "thou shalt noteth," it's kind of voice, but I don't know why his name is so weird, but it is. But he's, I mean, in the light world, he's a actual rules card. April 2012, nothing insane, probably a D. Really short, and I believe actually made in April of 2012 by Toby Fox, so kind of cool. But not anything insane. Hip Shop, though, which is rules cards shop theme. Which I think it's really funny that he owns this shop and he like gives you healing items and stuff and better weapons and armor, and then immediately in the exact room after, just like attacks you. I just think rules card's a pretty funny character. I like rules card. The theme kind of goes crazy though. A lot of people really like Hip Shop, and I do too. But not enough to really give it a higher than a B though. It's a good theme. I like it. But it's not insane. Next up is Gallery, which I think the name is important because Gallery isn't really it's not a place you visit. There's no gallery, but like gallery appears in the prophecy. So obviously the name, like, it is important in some way, but it's a 23-second long song. No, it's only 13 seconds. It's literally 13 seconds, and it's really just for, you know, the theme of what's going on. But Chaos King is interesting because it's definitely underrated, but for the people that don't think it's underrated, well, no, it's definitely underrated, but the people who say it's underrated, like, overrate it. It's like in a weird in-between. Like, I don't think it's the most insane thing in the world, but I do like Chaos King. It's, what is it? It's Card Castle, but a battle theme, and it kind of does go hard, and I do like it. Nice job, Chess. So Chaos King, I'm gonna give it an A. I'm sure people give it S. I'm sure people will give it lower than A, but I think it's good, but not too good. You know, I'll put it an A. I think it is really nice. Darkness Falls, which honestly, I'm gonna just say this. I have no idea where this plays in the game. Like, I've heard this song because obviously I've, like, listened to the soundtrack. I could not tell you where this song plays. It's not unused, but I don't know where it plays. I've never heard this part of it. It's actually nice. I've never heard this. This is actually good. Yeah, I don't know where that plays. It's good though. I was gonna, like, put it in D, but I think I'm gonna put it in, like, in C though. I think it is actually really nice. Maybe When Darkness Falls. Okay. Literally the whole theme of the game is that it's in darkness, but, like, okay. The Circus. The intro leading up to Jevil. Also the first song to have the freedom motif. The circus does have the freedom motif before the world revolving. You just have to listen kind of close. Definitely does feel like a circus. Like a twisted circus. Yeah. I mean, it sets up Jevel's character to be like a obviously foreshadows the jester part of him, but also just like it's a pretty creepy vibe, and I think it does pretty well. I think I'm gonna put it in C. C for the circus. Now, this could be our first groovy and ever glooby, or an S. I'll have to think about it, but the world revolving. Easily the best song of chapter 1. Chapter 1 is a pretty forgettable chapter, but I think Jevel really helps make it more remembered. The freedom motif. I think I'm gonna put it for now in Groovy and Everglooby, but I could easily put it down to S instead. It definitely sits in sorry about that. It definitely sits in between there for me, either S or Groovy and Everglooby, which is the best of the best. And for now, I think I'm just gonna put it there because it is the best of chapter 1 in my opinion. So I think that it will go in the best of the best tier for now. Next up is Friendship, which I also didn't know where this played for the longest time, but when I replay Deltarune, I usually don't do the pacifist everyone route because it's just quicker to kill some people. And the only time I really did a pacifist run in chapter 1 was my first time ever playing, and I didn't like try to go back after I beat the Chaos King. I just like ended the chapter there. But if you go back, then you hear this theme, and you get to talk to Lancer and all the other guys. So I didn't know where this played, but I do now. It's definitely kind of like Reunited from Undertale, where you beat the pacifist route, and now when you go back and you go to talk to everybody again, it plays Reunited throughout the entire underground. Kind of reminds me of that. I was gonna give this song a C, but now that I think about it, I might just give it a B. Like, I don't even think I heard this part of the song. Also, I like how my viewers like went up like by double when I played The World Revolving, and then instantly went back down after it was over. I don't know how they knew, but you know. Yeah, I'd never heard this ending part. It's quite nice. Yeah. So, friendship. I'm gonna give it a B. I like friendship now. I mean, I didn't really, I guess I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have. Next up is The Holy. That holy gamer. Ooh, hold on. You hear this when you're about to seal the fountain. And Susie says, "Looks like we stumbled upon something quite important, haven't we?" Definitely sets the tone. But nothing insane. Probably a C. So, next up is Your Power, which is 14 seconds long. Definitely, it's powerful. Obviously it's powerful. You seal the fountain. This is the song that plays when your soul goes to the fountain to seal it. And it is powerful. But really short. Like, honestly, it would kind of go insane if like you have to like fight the soul at the end of the game and it just plays like a battle theme of Your Power, like Your Power but a battle theme. Now hold on, that would go insane. But next up is A Town Called Hometown, which is a nice song. It's a pretty nice song. The other Hometown song, which is Another Day in Hometown, I do think is better, but you know, after your big adventure, it is a nice little it is a nice little song. This one, A Town Called Hometown. You know, Toby is really good at coming up with names for areas. Home, new home, hometown. He likes using home, too. Home is important. Home is where the heart is. Get it, guys? Because, you know. The heart. Okay. Fair enough. Let your dad take over the channel? Okay, that's random. Wouldn't it be crazy if my dad made a YouTube channel and just played games? W idea or no? Maybe if my dad sees like a big petition signed by a lot of people that wants him to to make a YouTube channel, then maybe he'll make one. Alright, a town called Hometown. I like it. I'm gonna put it in B. It is a pretty good song. Might move down to C when we get to Another Day in Hometown, but we'll see. Next up, You Can Always Come Home, which, again, if you played Undertale and then you move on to Deltarune, this is a remix of Home. Which is quite nice. But with some Deltarune spice. Yeah, you'll definitely recognize it from Undertale. You know, I think we're going to put it in B tier. So now we're moving on to the end of chapter 1. We have 2 songs left. Next one, the only song with lyrics.
The light is running low, and the shadows start to grow, and the places that you know seem like fantasy. There's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold, with the truth, the promise in our hearts. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
Chills. I think we're gonna put it in B. It is a really good. I really like it, and obviously it's special because it has the. You might need a bigger tier list. No, don't worry. It gets bigger. Don't worry. I was contemplating putting it in A or B. It definitely is special because it's the only one with lyrics, or like with actual lyrics. But it is quite. It's not amazing, like the bestest of the best, but Laura Shigehara did a great job on the vocals. And just moving on so we can wrap up chapter 1. Before the Story. This plays on the after you beat chapter 1 for the first time. This is the save file select music for chapter 1. Before you beat chapter 1, I believe it plays the drone like sound. Nothing too exciting. You probably won't even hear this song for very long because you just want to hop in and play your save file, so you just immediately select it, but it is a nice little tune. We'll probably give it B. I feel B tier is definitely going to be filling up. But yeah, B is fair. The next song also is the Chapter 2 save select music, which is Faint Glow. Which I think we'll just move straight on to Faint Glow after Before the Story, because we already talked about it. Chapter 2, here we go. Faint Glow. I think it's probably going to be in the same realm as Before the Story. Probably going to also be B. It's the save select music for Chapter 2. Is that the soul, Alex? Get it? Because it's the soul's a heart, you know? You know? Oh. Bro doesn't want it anymore. Alright, moving on to the actual music of Chapter 2. Girl Next Door. Noelle's theme, or Noelle's little interaction that you have in the beginning of Chapter 2. Has the Lost Girl motif in it. We're gonna probably put it in B. I don't know. Either B or C. The thing is, we put Susie in C. And I mean, Girl Next Door is a bit better than Susie, but I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna put it in C actually. It's not insane, but it is a nice melody. My Castle Town. People really like My Castle Town. I think it's all right. It plays I mean, obviously the entire time that you're in the checking out the Dark World again for the second time, the Grand Fountain, the Castle Town. It's very chill. Yeah, it's a pretty nice song. We're gonna put it in B. I think it's a pretty good B. I think people would probably put it in A. I think a couple people would probably do that, but for me it's a B. But I definitely see the appeal. Hey, I know you guys. I have no idea who you are. Ah ha 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 ha. I'm just kidding. What's up, Dex? All right. So next sound effect, but we're also in the actual dark world. So Queen's laugh. Oh ho 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 ho. Is going into the sound effects tier. Let's go! The second of the sound effects tier. All right. Moving on. Queen. You definitely get the royal vibes from it, but also the silly vibes, because Queen is quite a silly character. Can you reenact that last one? No. Ba-da, ba-da-na-na-na-da-da-na. If we get like 3 votes, then I'll try to reenact Queen's Laugh. If we get 3 people who want it. I like Queen. I think I'm gonna put Queen in A. Oh God. Okay. Daxon, why did you have to do this to me? All right. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right, let me go back. Let me listen to it real quick. Yeah, something like that. One more time, one more time, one more time. Okay. Oh, let me lock in here. Let me lock in here. Okay. Dude, okay, I feel like I'm gonna like have a voice crack or something. Okay. Dude, okay. Okay, I'll do it later. I'll do it later, okay? We'll do it at a simple diversion, okay? But I just wanna lock in real quick. Cyber's World. We'll do it at a simple diversion. So this is definitely going in S tier, this one. First S tier of chapter 2. A Cyber's World is quite the banger. Even people that I know that like don't care for Deltarune really like this song. Little did they know, delaying it until a simple diversion was a simple diversion. Ah! I'm so evil. I'm gonna do it, Jazz. Don't worry. What's up? I'm gonna do it. At a simple diversion. I just kind of wanted to because like I don't know, putting me on the spot like that was just kind of made me nervous. It's like I'm not gonna do it to the best of my ability. I gotta calm down. Also, my mic, when I do sounds like that, it might like muffle it, but we'll see. Because it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna put the Cyber's World in S because it is. All right, let's go back to it real quick. I don't think I can pull this out of my vocal cords. I'll do my best. Right? Okay. Well, I'll just do Queen's Laugh real quick, and then I'll try to do the actual thing. That's Queen's Laugh, but I need to do the actual song now. Can we just leave it at that? Because like I don't think I can recreate Queen's Laugh like this song. I did Queen's Laugh. I did it just then, right? Oh my goodness. Let me listen to this one more time. Okay, guys. Okay. It's gonna be bad. Just prepare yourself. Oh my god. All right, we're moving on. Simple diversion. Let's go. Let's move on. I did the thing. So simple diversion, it isn't. It was beautiful. Yeah, sure. You know, obviously it's a really simple version of what's to come. Alex never completed this chapter, so he's not gonna recognize. I mean, I don't even know if he really remembers any of these. But Alex did play through like most of chapter 2, but he didn't finish it. Simple diversion probably goes to a C. It's not really remarkable. I'll move Girl Next Door to B. Why not, you know? Almost to the guys. This is not the first time we see them, but like one of the first times we see the Sweet Cap'n Cakes. Probably just a C. It's not remarkable. Cool beat. Cool beat's gonna be a D. It is not amazing. And also probably when I get mad I dance like this. It's gonna go also in D. However, Cyber Battle, which is their actual fight song. Can we move on to the next one, please? Okay, can we move on to the next one, please? Hello? we still here? It's the live stream? Because, oh. Why is that the end? I know there's more. That's not the end of the... 1 second. Do I have... I still do have the Deltarune. Be right back. I need to figure out what's going on here. Sorry about that. Yeah, the rest of them are here. I don't know why. 1 second. Yeah, okay. Well, we still have the rest of them. I don't know why it was being weird there, but alright, we're back. Alright, Cyber Battle. This is the Sweet Cap'n Cake's actual battle theme. Featuring Lena Raine, which some of you guys might recognize from doing some Minecraft songs. Alright, see you, Alex. Bro was only here to get me to sing the thing. Definitely is a vibe. It's on the playlist. For me, it's on my playlist, but like, it doesn't always fit the vibe, but it is pretty good. I'm gonna say it's a safe B tier. Excuse me. So yeah, Cyber Battle. Pretty safe B tier, I think. Next up is When I Get Happy I Dance Like This. Everyone is dancing. It's a really cool moment. I think it's gonna go into C. It's short, but it's just like the end of the battle. Little sequence. I like it though. It's really nice. Battle 1. All right, Sound Studio. It's Sweet Cap'n Cake's shock theme. It's really similar to it's basically just Cyber Battle but more chill. It's probably gonna go into B along with Cyber Battle. It's pretty nice. It does have this little cool sequence, which is not in Cyber Battle. Alright, moving on to Birdly. I think Birdly's gonna go in B. You know, people hate on Birdly. You can say whatever you want about Birdly. I like Birdly. Obviously, he has his moments, right? Where he's just like, please go away. But he's mostly a comedic character, so I like Birdly. His theme is pretty simple, but it's nice. It works. Definitely gives him the more like, I know all about technology, because that kind of has like the, you know, like the, I I don't know what you call it. I'm not like a music guy, I guess. But Birdly is going into B, I think. Now Smart Race might be in the next A. It's Birdly's theme, but it's a battle, and it actually is kind of crazy. I think I will be putting Smart Race in A. I like it. It's on the playlist. I have a playlist of just like my favorite Deltarune songs, the ones that like I can jam to. Oh, and Undertale. I mean, it's a mix of both. The playlist, just Toby Fox. Alright, Faint Courage. This is the game over theme for, I think, the rest of the game. Because the chapter one, the one in chapter 1 is interesting. Faint Courage. I think it's a pretty nice song. I think it's gonna go in C. It's alright. Kind of like the Undertale Determination. In like, it works as a game over screen song, and but that's really just all it is. Welcome to the city. I'm gonna just start going rapid fire through some of these, except for the ones that I want to talk about. I like Welcome to the City. It definitely, this and TV World definitely have that like kind of like, I don't know, like going through with this music definitely feels like you're gonna like see like something's gonna pop up and like ask you to buy something. Hey, are you interested in buying these new pair of shoes? No thanks. It's like, carry on then, have a nice day. And obviously the Addisons populate the city and ask you to buy things. The same with TV World. I think TV World kind of has like that vibe where it's like, would you like some TV dinner? Can't wait for chapter 5 next year. I'm hyped, dude. I've been a Deltarune fan for a while, but it wasn't really until chapters 3 and 4 came out when I was like, okay, so this game is going to be absolutely insane. I'm playing chapter 5 the second it comes out. Kind of like how I literally played chapter 3 and 4 like 5 minutes before like its release date, because they unlocked it early on Steam for like 5 minutes. I played that the second that it came out, and then I had a 10 and a half hour stream where I played the entirety of them. Welcome to the City. I like it. It's gonna go in A or B. I think I'm gonna put in A. I like it. I like Welcome to the City. All right. Chaz was there for the whole stream. It was kind of hype. Mini Studio, I'm probably gonna put in C. Nothing remarkable. Although I fell asleep halfway through. Yeah, it's understandable. I mean, obviously I wasn't really expecting you to watch the entire stream. Yeah, Mini Studio and Holiday Studio. Well, Holiday Studio has a bit more like, I guess, I don't know, like, it's a bit more unique. It's basically just mini studio, but Christmas. So it's probably gonna go in the same tier. C. But we're getting to Spampton here in a minute. Hey, it's me! Everybody's favorite! #1 rated salesman, 1997. Spampton! Gee, Spampton! Gotta love him. Alright, cool mixtape. I don't know, man. Has the motif for Queen's battle, attack against the Killer Queen. But I don't know. It's just kind of like it's like a moment thing. Like, this is, you're driving a car, you're driving in Queen's car, so her mixtape is playing. It's just kind of like a situational song. It's not really anything crazy. So, hey every. The weakest of the Spampton songs, I think it's going in D. It's literally just a couple notes played over and over. But Spampton, I like Spampton. Spampton's pretty nice. I think Spampton's gonna go in B. Now's your chance to be a big shot. Yeah, I like it. Introduces Spampton well. But now's your chance to be a... That's an A tier. I like it. You wouldn't think like a song mostly made up of like orchestral hits would sound good, but Spampton proves you wrong. Now's your chance to be a big shot. Be a big baggage shot. Does he say, what does he say there? Does he say baggage? Like, what does he say? Be a big what shot? Like, I there's no lyrics, like, officially anywhere. Especially, like, even with, like, in Big Shot, like, the really, distorted, not distorted, but, like, really hard to make out words, like, in the song. There's no official, like, obviously they put the voice lines in the plush, so it's, like, easier to hear, but, like, still, like, it's really hard to just, to decipher. Elegant entrance. When you go into Queen's Castle. When you're in Queen's Castle for the first time, after you escape your rooms. And Lancer is dying. I don't know, I think I'll probably put it in a... It works well. I think I'm going to probably put it in a B, in the B tier. We're moving on to the third row of the B tier. Yeah, elegant entrance works. Bluebird of Misfortune. Eh. Also just a very situational song. Works for the cutscene. But other than that, it's pretty basic and bland, really. Probably just a D. If you say your favorite song from the Deltarune OST is Bluebird of Misfortune, you're lying. Now hold on. An A tier incoming. Pandora's Palace, or Pandora Palace. I will put it in A. I like Pandora Palace. It's basically elegant entrance, but a little bit less elegant. Definitely has that, you know, Queen goofiness that we all know and love. Keygen. Funny gag song, but not the best thing in the world to listen to. Acid Tunnel of Love. It's an interesting name. Maybe it's just like it could just be like a joke on, you know, Tunnel of Love, but you know, it's full of acid. But Acid Tunnel of Love on the Dove, like the Swan Ride, with Chris and Ralsei, and Ralsei talks about like if you care about him and stuff. It's very interesting. It could just be, you know, Chris and Ralsei bonding. It probably just is. I'm sure Chris has like a softer spot for Ralsei in terms of like Ralsei could remind Chris of their brother, Azriel. But yeah, I think a B tier is fair for Acid Tunnel of Love. Now hold on. Remember Rules card from earlier? He's back, and he has an amazing theme. Easy A tier here. It's pronounced Rules is a very good song. Not a whole lot of S tiers, though we'll definitely get some more here in a minute. Yep, it's pronounced rules. Hey! Alright. Lost Girl. Like from earlier, I was talking about Lost Girl motif is important to the story, and Noelle is important to the story. But I don't really, I mean, I was contemplating either putting it in B or C. I'll put it in B for now. It's not the best song in the world, but, you know, it's nice. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and put it in B. This tier list is getting kind of big. Can I zoom this out? Yeah, that's better. So yeah, alright. Ferris wheel. Again, it's kind of a more of like a moment thing. It's, probably put it in like C. It's more of a, you know, fits the moment. Not really the most insane song in the world. It's a nice song, though. Okay. So, here's our next S tier, Attack of the Killer Queen, the Mr. Beast song. Obviously, I don't think of it as the Mr. Beast song. That was so long ago, but it is a banger. Not going to lie. What can I say? I mean, featuring Lena Raine again? The person who made Other Side and creator for Minecraft. Which are also two amazing songs from that game. Also, didn't she make Pig Step? I could be wrong, right? But did Lena Raine make Pig Step? Because Pig Step's really good too. Yeah. Lena Raine worked on the Celeste OST? That's cool. I have Celeste in my Steam library, but I have not played it yet. I've not got to it yet. But definitely is on my will play in sometime in the distant future. I mean, yeah, Attack of the Killer Queen. W song. Alright, Giga Size. Intro to Giga Queen. I need to listen to this for a minute because I'm contemplating putting it in B or C. So far though, kind of leaning more toward B, because I don't know, I just don't listen to Gigasize very often. But it is kind of going crazy. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Don't remember that. It's just kind of, it reminds me of like when I was listening to the Undertale OST again, and I get to Amalgam, which I thought was just gonna be like, alright. But then Amalgam kind of went crazy, and it went on the playlist. Like, I put it on the playlist because Amalgam actually kind of goes, like, it's actually an insanely underrated track. This song has a slowed down part of a scrapped gigantic queen battle thing. I did not know that. It's cool. Whoa. What the heck? Like, does this play in the game? Because I've never heard this part. That's insane. I never heard that. Yeah, it's definitely going to be. It won its way to be. All right, powers combined. It's all right. I'm gonna put it in C. Definitely is pretty hype in the moment. But Knock You Down. Ooh. I think Knock You Down's probably gonna go, I don't know. Knock You Down's good. But is it like A tier good? Or like top of B tier good? I don't know. Because I've heard some good things about Knock You Down, but I don't know, it just isn't the most impressive thing to me, I guess. Does kind of go crazy though, not gonna lie. I don't know, it has me thinking. Because, like, I really like what they do in the, like, with, like, I don't, you know, I'm not a music guy, I don't really know what to call that. Like, the really electric stuff that they do in the back. I like it. It's kind of quiet, though. But, you know, again, I'm not a music guy. I don't know if it would really sound too amazing if it was louder. You know, I'll put it in A. You know? I never really thought this hard about Knock You Down. But yeah, it actually is pretty nice. It's a pretty good song. Oh, yeah. Yeah, really nice. Kind of an abrupt end, though, but it does loop, I guess. The Dark Truth. We learn about Titans for the first time. It is pretty good. But I'm gonna put it in C. It's not the most impressive thing ever. It is good. I do enjoy it. Ooh, Deltarune theme. Is that the Don't Forget theme? It could, actually, I don't think it is. Wait. It could be. Or the motif, I mean. Alright, yeah. Digital Roots, okay. So, we're going D tier. It's not the most amazing song ever. It's just ambience, really. Gotta go get ready, bye-bye. Alright. See you, Chaz. Aren't you gonna go see the movie? The FNAF 2 movie? It's pretty good, man. Can't wait for you to see it. Alright. Deal gone wrong. I think this plays when you meet Spamton Neo for the first time, and also in Snowgrave when you go get to the castle. You know, the best I'll give it is C. It does set a pretty creepy tone. Alright, and we've got our next Groovy and Never Glooby. Get up here, Big Shot. Big Shot is such a banger, dude. Now's a chance to be a big shot to big. You mean lyrics? Whoa. Are these like the real? These aren't like the real ones, right? Because it's pulling from whatever the music's matches, but these aren't like the real lyrics, right? Those could just be fan lyrics. Because I don't think we have any official thing on that. Now. Now's a chance to be a big shot, big. Now's your chance, now's your chance, now's your chance. Now's your chance to be a big shot. Be a big shot. And then Power of Neo starts playing from Undertale? What? Like, I know it's basically Metatone Neo's body, but Spamton. My favorite secret boss theme. You know, I think it's probably mine too. I really do like Big Shot. A real boy. Hey, Spamton. He's not a real boy though. I don't know. Best I'll give it as a C probably. Dial Tone is an interesting one. I don't know. Dial Tone is really good. Even as, like, it's the, you know, the creepy theme for when you beat him. And also, I think It also plays when you, but like a slowed down version of it plays when you put him onto the disc and you go into his shop. I don't know. I think I'll give it a B. Why not? I'll be generous. I'll give it a B. Do you want to die? What are we talking about, Alex? What are we doing here? Now hold on. Because we got Sans. Sans, this is a returning song from Undertale. Though I think it's I think it might be just a small bit different. Anyway, buy again? Like what are these questions, man? Is it different from actual like Undertale? I don't think it is actually. Yeah, it's literally just Sans from Undertale. It's Sans! I guess he thought like he should include it here too. I'll give it a B. I like Sans. Chill, jail, break alarm to study and relax too. I don't know. D tier? I don't know. Just a funny song. Until next time. What? Oh, is it? Yeah. It's You Can Always Come Home Again, but just we'll skip it because we already put it here. Until Next Time is actually really good. Like, I know we put Don't Forget in B, but I'm putting Until Next Time in A. I really do like Until Next Time. We're moving on to chapter 3 here soon. The light is running low. I'm with you in the dark. I'm with you in the dark. Ooh. Do they have the Birdly Rejected concept on here? No, they don't. I don't know if I'll rate Birdly Rejected concept, but if I'm gonna be honest with you, I would put it in D. I don't like it. If this actually was what Birdly's theme sounded like, then it would definitely not be... Where did I put Birdly? I put Birdly in B, I think. Yeah, I did. Then it would definitely be in the D category, because it's not... I don't really like it. I already rated before the story. Why do we have some duplicates on here? Alright, next up, Flashback. Oh, they do have it. This is it. I don't know if this is what, like, it genuinely, or if Toby Fox just, like, put it on here as a funny, but, like, it's terrible. I hate the bird sound. Oh, it's definitely funny, though. It's definitely funny. Alright, Flashback. Sets the creepy vibe, but, I don't know. I'll give it a C. I'll be generous and give it a C. But, you know, it's not the most fantastic thing in the world. Alright. Feature presentation. It's now time for your feature presentation. How did I mess up the lyrics? I prefer Flashback excerpt when it's slowed down. Yeah, because that did sound pitched up from what was in the game. I'm gonna give this a B. I like feature presentation. It's a nice Tenna introduction. Really unique. Really memorable. Mr. Antenna's TV time! And like it gets really weird at the end. Alright. And now for today's sponsors! Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Dude. Only having chapters 1 and 2 and then playing chapter 3 for the first time is such a different feeling. I think I'm gonna give this B. I like it. Mike! The board, please! I'll probably give this one a B too. It's really nice, just like chill music. Definitely will probably use in a couple YouTube videos for just like background, like just like chill, or maybe just like when I'm explaining what I'm gonna do in a video, I could use Mike the board, please. This chapter has a lot of unused songs, like Sandy Board. I haven't really listened to these songs that much because, I mean, they're unused. Obviously, I listened to them once because I'm like, what? These are definitely not in the game. But yeah. Chapter 3, I was watching a video by TylerCKB Gaming where he like, goes into files of games and like finds unused content or early stuff. And there's a lot in the files for chapter 3 that are just like different. Chapter 3, I guess, went through a lot of different like concepts and ideas before it ended up how it was. I definitely recommend TylerCKB Gaming's. I think he only made a chapter because there's so much stuff in chapter 3 that he only made a chapter 3 video. I think eventually, I hope he does a chapter 4 video, but I believe he only has a chapter 3 video, but it's like 2 hours long. But it's really interesting. Yeah, Sandy Board. I give it a B. Now, Adventure Board. Adventure Board is kind of a vibe. But, like, I'm starting to think now, Sandy Board might be a bit better than Adventure Board. But I'll probably put Adventure Board in the same as Sandy Board. Probably. Wait, never mind. I forgot about this part. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I don't know. But, you know, Adventure Board does kind of go crazy, now that I remember. So yeah, I actually think Adventure Board does beat Sandy Board, but I'd put them in the same tier, though. All right, Query, also unused. It's, I mean, just probably a C tier. It's literally just that, but twice. So who knows, but Quiz. Quiz is a bit better, but I'd probably still put it in C. Though it is good. I like Quiz. It's 1 minute and 17, but I don't think any of the quizzes would last for that long. Maybe the one where picking, like, when talking about Azriel's favorite character in Smashing Fighters, when Tenna goes on the talk about that. Chapter 3 has a bunch of songs that I love. Yeah, I like it too. It's also, I don't know, for me, I feel like Chapter 3 is a very interesting chapter. I feel like with each chapter, like the vibe of like how what I originally thought of Deltarune like changes. Like Chapter 1 made me feel like it was gonna be some like extremely fantasy-like game with like huge like cards and checkers vibes. But then Chapter 2 came out and completely like flipped that on its head. And then Chapter 3 came out and like it felt like Metaton's like walk through Hotland, but like the entire chapter. And then Chapter 4 was very cinematic. I really like Chapter 4. It's my favorite chapter. Dig, dig to the center of the earth. It's just a funny song for Lancer. I'm gonna probably put Pushing Buddies in the same. It's nice, but also just very situational. But hold on, Rooter Buster's here. Wait, okay. Rooter Buster's here. Oh my goodness. Instant S tier. It is, in my opinion, a lot better than Rooter Buster, and is really, really good. Definitely top 5 of Chapter 5 for me. I mean, Chapter 5! Whoa! Hold on. Chapter 3. If only, right? What if Toby actually like finished his plans of releasing chapters 3, 4, and 5 at the same time like he was originally planning to? But you know, keeps us excited for more. It's my favorite part. And would you expect this song to be the battle theme of a couple that fights and breaks up mid-battle? It's pretty funny. Amazing. Bro said, remember Rude Buster? What if it was ruder? Alright, physical challenge. I don't know. Probably just get a safe B tier. I don't know. The cooking minigame is probably the weakest of Chapter 3 for me, really. I mean, except for maybe the... Like, I like the lore of the secret game, like the original game. But where you get the Shadow Mantle, but also just like replaying that isn't the best thing ever. I really don't like how difficult the ERAM boss fight is, or the Shadow Mantle boss fight is. Like it's definitely like a first time playthrough or second time playthrough when you didn't like see it for the first time and you're trying to get the secrets. It's definitely, I like the lore goes crazy. And also is one of the first hints, I believe, of like the weird route. Just like in the game without you like finding it or like watching a video how to find it. Like it actually gives you hints. But yeah, physical challenge for me is just pretty unremarkable. It's good, don't get me wrong. Board clear. I'll give it a C. Also, with chapter 3, I think it has like the least amount of songs out of any chapter in the game. Definitely doesn't have a lot. And a lot of them are 8-bit. Like, just like really 8-bit. Oh, okay, it's doing the thing again. 1 second. 1 second, it's doing the thing again. I don't know why it does this. It just stops playing and I have to go and manually load the next song. It did this earlier. We just played board clear, so we need to go to welcome to the green room. There we are. Welcome to the green room. I like it. It's pretty chill. I'll probably give it just a B. It's a really chill song. Really sets the vibe for the green room pretty well. It gives me like my Castletown vibes because like it's good, but it's like also really slow and just calm, which isn't like, obviously it's not a bad thing. It's really good for setting up chill areas, but I personally like the more like active, like action and like faster songs, more impactful, but it definitely is quite nice. This next song, though, I kind of want to, like, be able to ask Toby Fox a question. The question is, why do we fight a water cooler in this chapter? It's B tier. I like it, but it's not as good as any of the other, like the Rude Buster and Ruder Buster. Vapor Buster, though, I do like it. It's just, Toby, why are we fighting a water cooler? Toby, what are we doing? And why did he make the song so like you're fighting some like crazy guy when it's literally just the water cooler from Undertale? Welcome back, Chaz. Wait, what do you mean you're back? You watched the movie? Really? Or not yet? Because I don't think you were gone for that long. Oh, from getting ready, okay. When are you gonna go see the movie? Alright, Vapor Buster. Movie starts at 4:20. Nice, though. Alright, Paradise, Paradise. We're back to the 8-bit songs. So we're in chapter 3 now, Chaz. I don't know, we were probably like in chapter 2. Chapter 3 doesn't have as many songs, though. Also, when we get to chapter 4, I probably will have to end the stream for a bit. Because I also have something to do around 4, so I need to get ready and go to that. So, once we're done with chapter 3, Where are all the Mantle game songs at? They're after like the end of chapter 3, like Black Knife and Crickets. Did I miss Antenna's song? No. Tenna's It's TV Time is still in locked and loaded and will be ready to fire. But we still have a couple songs to go. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably want to get off around 3:20, so we'll give it 12 minutes. But yeah, maybe we'll have to stop a little bit before then. But I will come back later, so if you guys are able to join up later in the day. Obviously, we still have a couple more to go through before I have to go, but I do have something for school I need to go and do. But it's the last thing I have to do for school until January, so I'll probably get a video out because I haven't gotten one out in a couple months. Sorry about that, but I do have a video in the works. And I'll do some live streams. I've got a long car ride after the movie, so I'll be free to watch. Sweet. Well, I don't know. I'll probably be gone for a while, though. Paradise. It's nice and chill, but I don't think it's very remarkable. I'll put it in C. It's not as good as Adventure Board or Sandy Board. And also this ending part's weird. Alright, Raft Ride. Probably also gonna go into C. It's nothing crazy. Also, it's a minute and 10 seconds long, though you're never really on the raft for that long. Maybe if you're going to see like the secret stuff at the top of the map. But when you're just playing the game as normal, you're not really gonna hear a lot of this song. Wait a minute. It is kind of ramping up. I thought it was kind of gonna get kind of crazy, but it's just seeming like it's gonna do that. Yeah, I think it's still gonna stick in C. I thought it was like ramping up and maybe I'd put it in B, but nah, Raft Ride's probably gonna stay in C. Alright, south of the border. Kinda goes crazy, but C. C is best, I'll give it, but kinda does kinda go crazy. Alright, so sound check. The tutorial for another probably S tier. I'm gonna put an S tier for the chapter. Rainbow Tree Rave. Yeah. And then Susie goes crazy on the drums. Yeah. D. It's just a tutorial for the mini game. But raise up your bat. Go on to raise up your bat. Hold on. S tier. S tier is what we're gonna put for raise up your bat. Because it's great. When the demon heart is crying and the blood is gushing bright. Raise up your bat and face the fright. Let's knock them dead into the night. Also, I really, just like the extra detail that Toby puts into his game, that's like, yeah. I know the lyrics to Raise Up Your Bat, but I don't know the Ralsei version, but I really like how Ralsei doesn't like how mature the lyrics are, so he changes them. It's funny. But he doesn't change this part. Come follow me into the dark with your heart as the arc which shall shine you the way. Because I'm with you in the dark, with your heart as my mark, which shall guide you the way. Through the waves, come follow me into the dark, with your heart as the arc, which shall shine you the way. Because I'm with you in the dark, with your heart as my mark, which shall guide you the way. Through the waves. Kinda goes crazy. Kinda does go crazy. I like listening to versions of the song online that add lyrics. It's really nice and cool. When the demon heart is crying and the blood is gushing bright, raise up your bat for the burning fight. When your hope is slowly dying and your future's lost its bright, raise up your bat and face the front. Wait, I think I messed it up. Whatever. It's a banger song. King of Roly Poly. The T-Rank. The T-Rank song. King of Roly Poly is not too remarkable. But it is funny when you're in the room and like it's slow, it's just like gets faster and faster. It's really funny. Toby Fox knows how to make a pretty funny game. Alright, so Glowing Snow. Isn't, like, Glowing Snow is an interesting song. Isn't it like an Undertale song, but just like really slowed down? Like one of the, like settings songs in the like console versions. One of like the seasonal ones. I think it's Uwa So Temperate, but really slowed down, which is interesting. I think I'm probably gonna give it C though, because I mean it sets up the like, you know, everything's turned off, all the guys are turning into statues, and just like it's a kind of eerie but kind of sad and kind of just like, I don't know. It's a very interesting song. Yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna get to TV time before the break. I'll probably come back around 7:30. I know it's gonna be a couple hours, but I got to attend to something. But I mean, hey, if you guys want, I'll be streaming again part 2 of this. I'll just change the stream title real quick to part 1. Part 1. And then part 2 will be later today. Yeah, sorry. But we will get to it later in the day. I'm just gonna skip Glowing Snow, or just the rest of it, so we can just get Big City Board, which is also unused. Well, I'm not leaving just yet. I'll just probably leave before it's TV time. Probably, maybe we'll get through Doom Board, possibly. Or maybe we'll just stop at Big City Board. I'll probably just stop at Big City Board. It's a very interesting song. Because if, like, with the Tetra Bit video that I mentioned earlier, there's like an almost complete, like, full, like, third board, which was the Big City Board, and it played this song. Like, almost fully complete. I don't know if he, like, removed it because of, like, he didn't want the chapter to be so long, like, the pacing of the chapter cut it, but, like, it was an almost fully finished level. And you can still like play the big city board in the original game, like the Mantle game. Yeah. That's what I think too. All right, big city board though, it is pretty good. I'll put it in B. I do like it. It has a nice uplifting vibe. Anyway, that's probably where I'm gonna leave it. I'll leave this up, and when just if you guys feel like it, you can come back later. I will be back around 7:30 to 8, which for me right now it's 3:20, so I don't know what it is for you guys if you're in different time zones. But I will see you guys later if you want to come back. Bye, guys. See you in a bit.